Good morning, this is Jeff with Sewer Tech Northwest. We are at 16135 Southeast Harold Avenue here in Milwaukee. We are located in the garage. We're at the back of the house. This is the driveway and backyard behind me here. I describe everything as if you are standing in the street facing the front of the home. So sticking out of the wall here is a 4-inch, it's a 4-inch cap, but it's actually a 3-inch line, and it looks like we drop right into cast iron immediately upon access. That's just merely a clean out that's ABS. We're checking out the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. Water is a-running. We're going to zero out here at the base of the vent stack. Off we go. All right, we are cast iron all the way up to the main connection. Just that last foot or so there is concrete. We're going to go locate really quick here while the pipe drains out, then we'll take another look at everything as we come back. And it looks like the line is 4-inch cast essentially all the way out as we are making a flush transition onto that concrete pipe there. I just located the camera head. The line terminates at the rear fence line. The line here appears to travel through the backyard and hits the main lateral right at the fence line. little dangly item. My camera's upside down. It's been, in fact, much of the scope has been that way. That dangly there at the bottom left-hand corner looks like it's just a cobweb with a little bit of toilet paper stuck to it. Now, for the era this cast iron is held up very nicely. There's very little scale buildup. There's no channeling or troughing in the flow line. Now, we're just about back to the base of the stack. That's the only spot in the line that I was a little bit concerned about how the flow line was looking. We're going to see that here in just a moment. And it could have been just because of the amount of volume dropping into this spot that it looked the way it did. So there's a little bit of standing water here. So when you take this view from looking straight down at it, you can see how there's kind of a channel that's forming there. The metal does not appear perforated through, but it is in the stages of troughing or channeling. That's where the metal slowly but surely gets eaten away. It's something to be mindful of. Right now, I'm not seeing any buildup associated with it, but it is something to keep in mind. And a lot of times you get that at the base of a hard vertical drop. It's where the water hits with most of its impact, just like a waterfall would cause, or a river bank always erodes out on the outside turn. It's just where there's the most oomph. Everything beyond that point, as you can see, the flow line is very much intact. And this part is still intact too, but it is showing signs of channeling. Beyond that point, I can't really tell you, persisting back into the house, what it's looking like. This cleanout does not allow you to see that. I don't think, are there any bathrooms at the front? Are they all at the back?
Yeah.
Well, in this case, you're not going to have a whole lot of main line going back onto the floor anyways. All the bathrooms are at the back of the house. So you're pretty limited on how much is there. So as it sits right now, being that there's really no buildup associated with it, it's not a point where it needs repairs, but it's something to keep in the back of your head. I would probably keep an eye on this and plan to update probably within the next, realistically, about 5 years. But you can keep an eye on it here and there to monitor that. Sometimes these things go longer than you'd think. Really comes down to usage, what's going down the line, and how frequently. Right now, I'm not seeing much in the way of issues associated with it. And then everything beyond this point, flow line looks very good, especially considering its age. So right now we have good flow all the way to the main lateral connection. All the pipe is intact, but I would certainly keep an eye on this spot here and kind of budget for a future update on it. And the best way to take a look at it next time would be to yank the basement toilet and get into the rearmost part of the line to see how that pipe is looking under the floor. That's the way to do it, so you know you're getting everything that needs updating.